Hello everyone, I'm here today to review Transformers Studio Series 86 Preceptor. This is gotta be one of my... Ow, fuck. Just hit my hand or something. Sorry. This has gotta be one of my favorite figures in my collection due to just how simple, but also how well done the figure is. Because, come on. This dude turns into three... Sorry, I'm trying to get like three fingers in camera. Sorry. There you go. Three alt modes in one deluxe class figure, which you almost never see. They brought back, I believe this was in his Diaclone figure from all the way back then. Was he in Diaclone? I think he was. No, he was Microchange, I think. Either way, I could have sworn the original figure could turn into a tank, as this one does right here. I could be going absolutely insane and just going bonkers over here, but I could have sworn. But yeah, this is Preceptor. He is a well-done figure and turns into three alt modes. So yeah, let's get into his first one here. This is his tank mode, utilizing his microscope's lens. I'm just gonna say lens from now on. Utilizing his microscope's lens to, well, as a cannon to shoot stuff. And here looks like a seat where you could put a mini-con or cassette con. Or a cassette bot. Depends on what you guys call them. I call them cassette cons. But yeah. Sorry, a bit tired today. We also have lovely work on the treads, along with like these little grooves and bumps you could feel, along with the textured, there you go, textured rivets alongside his treads around here. Along with that, we also have the inside detail for these wheels, along with a screw replacing one of these wheels. Is it a good spot for a screw? Sure. Makes sense. It's silver. It's where the wheels would be. So I can't really say much about it. And I guess that's kind of about it I have to say for his tank mode. So let's transform into his microscope mode. It's a very simple conversion of just untab this slot from this peg right here. Because you can tab them together like so to make just tread connection. So you want to untab that, rotate the legs around, and then rotate them forward. Same thing with this side, and bam. Now you would want to remove his gun from the side of this. Since you don't really have anywhere to store it, I kind of just like to place it right here. But even then, it kind of conflicts with this hinge right here. So, yeah, there's nowhere to really store his gun when he's in either mode. Wait. I stand corrected. I just had to tilt the gun a bit off to the side there. But yeah, this is Preceptor's microscope mode. He actually does a really good job at being a microscope. He looks good. He also the colors work out very well for him as well in this alt mode. Along with this, we also have the little dial. Just like a little knob dial, depends on what you guys want to call it. I call it a dial, but I know it's actually called a knob. I'm just used to calling little circular spinning things dials. But yeah, these little knobs here can't turn, but it would have been cool to see them turn, but they don't. You also can kind of look through here. As you can see, you don't really get the best view, but you can see through the end. I'm gonna put my finger in front of it. My finger is now in front of the lens. Now it is not. You can see a bit of light through there. That I liked. You could actually look through it. Also, if you guys are wondering, yes, that is the first thing I did when I got this figure and put him into this mode. I looked through the lens. Which is cool because that means this dude kind of functions as one. Properly? Hell no. I'm going to be fully honest with you. He does not properly function as a microscope. Just going to say that now. This is quite obviously just a novelty toy. Or I guess not a novelty. Is it a novelty? I was about to say a robot that turns into a microscope. I'd say that's a novelty. Either way, this is still a really good figure. But that means, oh man, that means this figure has potential to actually be used as a microscope if you just want to take this whole thing apart and modify it to your liking. You could make this a microscope. A functional microscope. That's what I mean to say. I also like how his chest flips out and makes this lovely panel here that you could put like the samples on. For example, grab Ironhide right here. We got his gun. You could just place it right there, and you could have him inspect it like there's cosmic rust on there. Again, you guys do what you want. They're your figures, but yeah, that's what I like about this. But oh wait a minute, that's not it actually. Another thing I like, they could have left these bits right here unpainted, but they went the extra mile to paint this gun, like this gray, dark gray plastic here, blue, so it would blend in well. Now that I love. That's how you know not character. This designer cared about this figure because they were willing to paint in the issue spots that would have made some pretty big issues. Issues in the color breakup, which I'm really happy. And now with that, we can go into his robot mode. This dude's transformation is very simple. So first of all, go to the back, remove the gun. That's if you place the gun on him. If you didn't, then just ignore this step. I just like to place the gun off to the side. You know, everyone does that. Second step, fold up the cannon. Or the lens here. Then untab the arms from these little slots right here and from these little tabs right here. And then pull them up. Oh, wait. Do the other arm as well. Then you want to flip down this piece right here that's connecting the middle, like connecting all this middle little parts together. Flip it down. Then lift up the arms to tab them in. Then you want to flip out the hand. Do the same for the other arm, but with an extra step here. Once you flip this piece down, flip up the part with the microscope's visor or lens. Then pull back up the arm. Then you would want to flip out the hand, like so. Then with that, you would want to flip up the torso, and this is one of my favorite parts right here. Push down right here to flip up the head. It's a simple conversion for the head, but I do like it a lot. Then you want to straighten out the legs like so, and then flip them out, and bam! There you go. Then you want to fully straighten out the legs. Then flip up the feet, give him his gun, and bam! That there is your 86 Preceptor. Also, my hand hurts for some reason. Give me a moment. Alrighty, hand feels a lot better now. Don't know what was going on with it, but it was like my pointer finger was hurting a lot. Don't know why. But yeah, we have Preceptor. This has got to be one of my favorite figures in my collection. Again, as I mentioned before, due to just how simple this figure is. As you can see, he is just blue, red, bits of black, and some white on him. And he's basically your just normal run-of-the-mill Transformer. But he does a great job at just filling in that role. Because look at him. We got a lovely looking silver painted face with some nice dark blue eyes and a golden paint job within his little head crest right here. Along with that, we also have this like lovely sculpting and detail that's on his head. Then we also have his shoulder, either a cannon or his shoulder microscope. And again, you could do this. I like to do this sometimes just to make it look like he's analyzing something. Like, I wish he could move his head more forward. You can kind of get this type of look and make it look like he's analyzing something in his robot mode. Depends on what you want to do. As again, if you do have this figure, it's your figure. Do what you wish with it. Another thing I like to do is untab everything here for his cannon and then bring it down like so. This is how the box had him in, pausing a lot. I'm sorry about that. This is how the box had him when I got him at my local Walmart. And when I opened him, this is just how he looked. Personally, I like to do it like this. But then it kind of looks like that. But you could kind of pull Armada Megatron here and have it just underneath his arm. But yeah, I was about to say, again, your figure, do what you want. I like to do this sometimes, though, because it does make him look a lot more clean. Along with that, since we're already like focusing on the back here, his back is clean and flat. Downside, hollow gap because of where the head stores, but not too bad. I still like it a lot. Another thing that actually caught my attention was this piece right here. Why is it just like this little peg looking thing here? It looks like a mushroom peg, but it has no purpose. I was about to say just because I've noticed that and it's been bugging me for a little bit. So if any of you guys know why there's a mushroom peg, or what looks to be a mushroom peg underneath this dude's, or on this dude's neck joint, please just let me know. I don't know what it does. But yeah. Along with that, we just have a very nice, clean, and a bit of a greaveled back for this dude. Now, to the rest of the figure, we have a lovely, like an amazingly painted, there you go, I was trying to find the word, an amazingly painted Autobot logo underneath this clear plastic and this bone white clear plastic here. And there we see the most crisp Autobot logo I've seen in years. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the cleanest Autobot logo I've seen in a while. Along with that, we have all this lovely mechanical greeveling and just detail in here. I love it. It looks awesome. Along with that, we also have just some window detail. Jeez. Sorry. We have some lovely window detail here. Off like these little side pieces here and here. Off that, we have a good design of the shoulders and hands, as you can see. Along with that, we also have just overall lovely lower half of the body too. Plus some good articulation, which I will be getting into a bit later. And probably just an overall really well designed and well made figure. So that leaves me with 2 more things to do. Or I guess 3 more, because I've been considering it, but I think I might transform this dude back into his alt mode. Nah, I won't do that. But now we go to size comparison. So I will be getting some figures to compare sizes with. Alrighty, got some figures for size comparison. So, our deluxe to deluxe class size comparison. And yes, I am aware this dude's price at Voyager price point and is by technicality a Voyager, but size class is about deluxe. He is just a bit taller than Preceptor. So, yeah. Now we go over to our Voyager or leader class. We have Optimus Prime being scaled at just a bit bigger than Preceptor. Okay, never mind, quite a bit bigger. And then we have our leader class figure, Ultra Magnus. Both bigger than Prime and Preceptor. Making a lovely scale here too, because they scale perfectly with each other. And I think that's what I really like about them. They are perfect to scale. So let's just get these dudes out of here. And now, that just leaves one more thing. Size comparison. Not, that just... Now that just leaves one thing left. Articulation. So, let's get into articulation with this dude. First thing he has is, well, if you untab his microscope shoulder, he has an entire little hinge mechanism here. I can move it forward, up, down, back to normal, and also can make it look down without moving the blue hinge here. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can get his head articulation. He can look up that far, and then all the way up that far if you utilize his neck hinge down here for transformation. Along with that, he can look down that far. He has a tilt side to side with his ball joint in his head, meaning that he can also do a full 360. Along with that, arms can move out that far, move up this far, and can do a full 360 as well. Along with that, we have a bicep rotation that also does a full 360, and a 90-degree elbow bend. No wrist swivel due to transformation, which is unfortunate, as we've had figures like Hot Rod, Grimlock, Sludge, Snarl. We've even had Junkions such as Junkheap and Optimus, including the 86 Ironhide, that all did practically the same thing that Preceptor's doing here with a wrist swivel. I understand, a lot went into this figure's budget, but I do think this could have been possible. But yeah, we also have a 360 waist swivel. Legs can go back this far, which is past 90, which I do like a lot, and forward this far, which is also just a bit past 90. Along with that, his legs could go out this far due to transformation, which means he can do the splits. Along with that, we also have a thigh rotation. And again, due to transformation, you could also get his thigh to basically break, meaning that you can make it look like he just broke his legs, or you could just have him do a casual sitting pose, like so. I don't know why, I just find this satisfying to do. We also have a knee bend that's, I believe, yeah, that's definitely past 90. And a good ankle pivot, like so. I would have liked it if this was filled in, but again, they already put a lot in this figure, so I do think this is fair that there's not much put into this, not much of anything else put into this figure, considering my appreciation for what has already been put into this figure. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. So if there's anything else that you guys want me to talk about this figure, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I hope to be seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, again, leave a like. It helps my channel a lot. But until then, see you guys in the next video. Bye.